All right. Hello, everybody. How you doing? So you might notice I'm using the live stream camera. I'm not using my face cam this time. I'm using it on Discord, and I'm with my friend William, aka YouTube. What's your YouTube name?
You can call me Syndros Drakewing.
Sandro Strakewing that's like his Minecraft name, I think. Right?
That's my YouTube name. My Minecraft name is something else.
Whatever. Anywho, if you don't know, I run a series called the Rifco series, known as Rifco Live, and I also joined in the Covumcraft series, which is fun. I actually love this Covumcraft. It's a fun modded series. Well, yeah, we should return to Covumcraft. We have dragons now.
All right, cool.
Murder dragons, and Cracktown is now back, so...
Ooh, yeah.
Okay, so that's beside the point. Today is actually be a unique video. So, like most, I usually don't like talking about the Rifco series other than live streaming, but I feel like a lot of people don't understand, or a lot of people new to Rifco series don't understand each character he plays, because he plays a lot of different characters. Also, William, you should play your own character in this series, just a random character, like, I don't know, it's like a weird, shady character representing you. Like, your personality, not like everyone else. I have no idea. It's, like, up to you, really, but there's a reference to you. Like, the funny thing is, I play myself as Novum, and I will start off, if that's good with you. Novum is a loose cannon. He is a mix between calm, cunning, and polite, can be a bit daring, a little bit drastic, and a tad bit nuts. But at the same time, Novum is very much a good friend to most of the characters that he plays because... God, my throat.
They're all against Rifco.
Exactly.
Most of them, anyway.
Oh, most of them. I think the Druid probably doesn't give a crap. Bogbeard doesn't care. Bogbeard doesn't give a crap at all. He just sits in his own tent.
Yeah, but he does care when they come around asking for taxes.
He doesn't care about the IRS. Alright, before we get into these weird jokes, this is the second take of the video. I'm not explaining the first.
Yeah, we are not going to explain the first
one. If you want to see the first, it'll be on Greg's channel.
Just look for Deathmaster.
We'll put his name.
Jarvis. Look for Greg Jarvis.
Look for Greg Jarvis. 3 subscribers. Look for that channel. You'll see that there. He also is a big help in the channel too. So, shout out to him. All right, so share your screen. Let's do this. All right, present to the class your characters. God, I hate talking like that. All right, that's the point.
Okay. Today we'll be starting off with the Merc of the Mouth himself.
Deadpool.
Everyone give a big hand for Deadpool.
You're not sharing your screen. I cannot see your screen whatsoever.
Hey.
Make sure you didn't have any more. Make sure there are no inappropriate sites on this time.
The only thing up there is CurseForge.
CurseForge, got it. Anywho, explain Deadpool, because you said before Deadpool is not canonically the canon Deadpool, but he's like different.
He's like an off-brand.
Off-brand Deadpool. We didn't make him purple because you only get copyright striked.
Right. So, I figured Deadpool would be just an enjoyably fun joke character at first, but then I got to thinking he might be pretty good in part of the lore. As the one who taught Rifco to use teleportation.
As the grunts do have a portal behind their back.
Little portal stone, allowing them to go jump from place to place.
Which it works, I like it.
Yeah, it works, but it's kind of scary thinking that they could just pop up right in front of you to behind you.
Well, they cannot teleport on top of you, but they'll teleport a distance away due to limitations or something that they're limited to a certain boundary. They can.
I mean, Deadpool's Deadpool, so he'll do it whatever the hell he wants.
He has in Rifco lore. Rifco lore. I've never said this. They have a charm, or each character has a certain charm to them that makes them unique.
Right.
Deadpool's charm is just called he is immune to the plot.
Yeah, plot runs
Plot.
around Deadpool.
He is immune to the plot, the lore. He basically dates the death of the server and basically is unkillable by any means. He's immune to the plot of all of them, and Rifko brought him in because, well, if you can't, if
Armor
someone,
means nothing to Deadpool.
well, if you can't die, then you're basically very useful.
Yep.
They don't see Deadpool as a personality; they see him as a spokesperson, not as a personality.
Right.
Or for, I mean, that's how like most big companies see it. You make a mascot used as a. You mean if you have a big mascot, then you're gonna have that publicity.
Yep. Now that we're done with Deadpool's basic background, we're moving on to Novum's father.
Yeah, which had to be redrawn because you lost the skin.
Yeah, the skin just up and disappeared.
The skin that said, "Screw it, I'm out."
Yep.
So this
We
is
have
Novum's
Enderblast.
father. So this is Novum's father 2.0, basically after.
Yeah, this is the Ender Blessed Nova's father.
So what is his? Well, so what is his charm?
He's mostly a dad who's been missing in his son's whole life, just searching for a way to get back to his own son, and hopefully to make Rivko recover from all the greed.
Well, recover. I guess does Rifko count as greed? Recover from greed, or recover from the corruption that was caused by them?
I'd say the corruption came from the greed.
Oh, definitely, 100%. Because like if you look at the city faction, look at the village faction. It is taken beating after beating, while the city has a bunch of new buildings and new structures. While the village faction only has tiny updates. The city faction has a ton of them. As the original city faction was white, and then got turned to color, and then had a bunch of shops, and then had additions added on, and
It's all very confusing.
it's very confusing, but it has a ton of updates because Rifko put their money in that. As well as there is 2 new characters coming in named the Boss, or the nicknames for them is the Boss and the Scientist. Those are the only 2 characters being newly added in, and the Boss will be the first one to be revealed. But that'll be for next stream. Keep an eye out for that, everyone. Also, wait, I didn't mention this. Deadpool's gonna have a massive effects for next stream in a location.
Oh yes, but no spoilers.
Not showing the game. Server closed for today, so I'm not showing anyone.
Also,
Let's
make
get the
sure
wait
you
and see.
don't show, our chat box.
I can see the chat box. I'm gonna probably have to. How do I expand this shit? Full screen.
Next, I
All right.
believe, and each of you will know the character by the voice I am using.
Yeah. I don't like before you ask like why do you let him do so many characters? He chose that.
Indeed, I did.
I asked him, do you want our play to play other characters? Do you want to play one? He's like, no, I want to play all the characters.
Most of the characters, I still don't play characters that others have created.
Yeah. Also, there will be a character Nova, which I'm gonna ask Sabrina if she wants to play Nova as one character one point at a time. But Nova will be part of the series. Nova just won't be as well known because Nova is a mysterious character, kind of like in the beginning.
Right. Oh,
Novum
dear
had
Lord.
Novum had a brother. Novum had a sister, but the father after the change, Nova was forgotten about because she went on her own adventures.
Correct.
But the father knows about Nova, but the Novum doesn't know about Nova. Like so, Nova is like the older sister of Novum, but the whole thing is the father knows, but Novum does no idea about who Nova is.
Right.
Which is why she's never mentioned. And yes, it is thought off the top of my head because Nova was supposed to be in it, but we talked and never came out. Never. And then we never figured it out how to do it. Alright, next skin. Next is.
Next up is one of my personal favorites. We all know him. We all love him. Say hello, everyone, to Malfurion Stormrage skin, Bogbeard.
I like how his beard looks like a moss patch.
That's actually how it's supposed to look.
So
Like
his
moss.
so his entire hair is basically like a plant-like material. It's not hair. It's more like a plant
It,
growth or something.
it has hair, but it also has vines coming down from the hair.
Yeah, no, dude.
Vines and moss.
Explain
And-
Bogbeard.
Well, Bogbeard is a druid. All about that nature stuff, man. He's actually I cannot do that with a straight face.
Because some voices you can do with a straight face, and other ones you can just smile. Some you
Yeah,
can do with a straight face.
You just can't help but smile when a character like Bogbeard is present.
It's like the guy who does the voice of Goofy, but he can never do it with a straight face due to how silly and funny the voice sounds.
Exactly. He sounds a bit like a stoner, but that's basically his old gig.
No,
Yeah,
that's Shaggy. That's basically Shaggy from Scooby Doo. That's like the original
Oh.
voice of Shaggy, basically.
Yeah. But yeah, he even has his own little smoking tent for smoking some hemp, aka weed.
We are not gonna, we do not endorse
But
smoking
we
weed.
do not. Yeah, we do not endorse smoking of the drug kind.
We're doing it as a joke because the character himself is meant to be that kind of natural person.
Exactly. He also skips town when the IRS shows up.
That made me laugh when I heard you say it with a straight face. He also skips town when the IRS shows up to take his money.
Yeah, he's like, poof, disappears as soon as the IRS pulls in.
God, that should be a memeified saying. He teleports away when the IRS shows up. America 2021, the IRS, Americans, peace, adios. God, I'm allowed to make that joke. I am American. I understand that because, God, I lived through 2020.
Yeah, we're allowed to make those jokes.
I'm allowed.
Alright.
So I feel like
Moving
that's
on.
all right. Next one.
Next one would be the Riftco Supervisor.
Oh my God, I remember that skin from the other stream. God,
Yeah.
I remember that character so much. It's so weird because I remember that character being the most obnoxious of the personalities.
Well, I did my best.
It was a great obnoxious personality that everyone could possibly hate, but it was a good way to actually indicate the good and bad people.
Right.
I'm not going to
Like,
say...
for example, he's also been slightly changed due to being so close to,
the quantum point.
the quantum point.
Your quality has gone to crap, but it may continue.
Sorry about that.
It's okay. It's okay.
He is a douchebag. I will admit this, but he's also bloom corrupted due to the giant
The quantum bloom.
Quantum point. That's it. The quantum point.
I mean, the quantum point is literally a leaking battery of pure energy. So, and also, if you ask why is there no music in the background, this isn't a video on jokes. If I want to make a video on jokes, I would have made this video have music.
Yeah, this is a lore.
It's like a lore video, which I don't want to get started. This is like a legit lore video for everyone that doesn't know much about Riftco.
Yep.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So,
I'm sorry, that's my fault.
he's basically the one who keeps an eye on Novum.
He's basically Greg, and in the series we lore on Greg. He's basically Greg's worker. Greg's basically underling. Basically, if Greg were to fall, he would take over on Greg's area.
Yeah, and better the monster you know, right?
Yeah.
Moving on, we have
Also,
the
you-
Riftco.
Oh God, the clones. The
Yep.
cloned humanoids. Oh, so the lore. I think what the lore behind that they were made by Riftco as clones of one person, and every time the clone was made, And no, I am not talking about, and oh god, I feel like people would reference this to the newest Rick and Morty episode.
Each clone becomes more and more independent.
But I feel like people are gonna reference this with the new Rick and Morty episode that just came out yesterday. You know, but no, this is not about that. This is not from that episode. We are not referencing. This is before that episode. Get your mind out of the gutter, YouTube.
And just so we're all clear,
they are genderless. They are genderless completely.
Yeah, they are genderless. I personally am not quite a fan of Rick and Morty. Bite my head off if you want, but I just never found it interesting to me.
Rick and Morty is one of those shows that you have to be an intellectual to watch it. Otherwise, you just have no idea. But basically, the Grunt, if I remember correctly, is just... It's a clone of a man who basically... I don't remember. I think he either died in the Hellgate or he went missing after going against Rivko or something.
Right.
And so when Rivko brought him back... Instead of bringing back the character it brought back a mindless clone that would get smarter over time, but if hurt, he could not regenerate. Like, if he gets shot in the arm, that hole will never re-heal. And if that gets so bad, the person would die, and the clone would come back without knowing what happened to it.
Yes, but they are starting to grow a sentience as well as... independence wanting over from Rivko.
Yeah, basically.
So we'll have quite the army within within Rivko, ready, standing by for battle if it ever comes to that.
True. Also, you get paid like crap. Ironically, I make jokes in this. If you're hearing that, notice my father getting ice. I love my father very much. I love you. I love you, Father. I love you, Dad. Night, Dad. You hear me say goodnight to him all the time? That's because he goes to bed at like 9-something. If you see this video and you have a father, hug your father. Man, your father just a love for you, probably. Just give him some love. He will like that.
Yeah.
We should make an elite grunt that's like a gold, like a gold hand or thing.
Got a bit of a video going on.
Hey, what's up? What's good?
My staff just brought my meds in.
Hello. So I guess this is like a good time to talk. The grunts, the lore behind the grunts, other than being clones, are that they always get smarter. They always will become a better being of what they once were, but the whole problem with them is that they don't fix their mistakes.
Right. Oh.
They'll always, if they make a mistake and blow themselves up, the next clone will not know about that mistake and do the same thing again.
Right.
Over and over and over until one of them realizes it and a second person sees it, and then they will not do it. So they're smart, but they're arrogant to the point where they will not realize their mistake because they'll think that was a bad accident.
Right. Moving on to our next character.
Yeah.
We have Mr. Pettybones.
I have to go back and forth to full screen because it keeps lagging behind you to full screen being open all the time. No, really? So, yeah, I don't know why. Let's explain... So, he reminds me of a Skeletor. Can I say what I think? He looks like a Skeletor or a Papyrus or something. Bit of both. Something like that. He had the Papyrus voice with a Skeletor-like personality if Skeletor was a good guy.
Yeah.
I mean, Skeletor isn't really a villain. He's more of like a...
He's actually more like an intern, really.
He's more like that one intern who's given all the power, and he thinks he has the power, but like, you cannot... He-Man, you will never get past my trap. Pulls out pineapple pizza. No one will like this. Starts eating it. How dare you consume the pizza? No, it's actually a gag on YouTube. Hey man, eat it! And it's like, God, but he reminds me of Skeletor in some way or form, that he talks in an overconfident way.
Yeah.
Oh, God, I love it.
You're better at describing my characters than I am.
I watched a lot of He-Man as a kid growing up, okay?
Right.
God, I love that
Anyway,
show. You may continue. I'm sorry, I got sidetracked.
yes. Mr. Pettybones is definitely one of my favorites. He loves to look out for more apprentices for the Necromancer's Tower.
Are
I
there...
believe
Can I ask
that
what the...
demonstrated in the previous stream.
Can I ask what the lore of the Necromancers are?
They once were mages. They were mages that had a faction that is now long forgotten due to Rifko. Only the most highest of high, except Novum, knows about it.
And also Wolf. Wolf also knows about them as well.
This was before Wolf's vengeance.
Oh. Oh, okay. Because I was just thinking about last stream how we went there, and then it was like Wolf was like, "There's a deal still under key or something."
I don't remember that, but
I
was I
don't.
even on the last stream?
No, it was the stream before when Wolf and you visited the tower, and then Wolf was like, and then Wolf
Oh, it
was
wasn't
sitting.
Wolf. I remember that now. It was actually Mr. Pettybones who talked about the deal.
Oh
I
yeah.
can't I can't remember what it was though for the life of me.
Watch the stream at the end of when this is over. Watch the stream and find. God, I hate saying that, but at the same time, I actually do love enjoying the streams. They're fun.
Yeah. Next up we have the King of Dwargon himself, the Dwarven King.
Who looks more human than he did before.
Yeah, I had to update his skin so he could look like he's battle ready in his gold-plated netherite armor.
I should make that in Minecraft, like gold-plated netherite, so you don't have to worry about piglins. But continue. I'm sorry, Skytrack. I actually like the way the armor looks. Explain
Yeah.
who he is.
The King of Dwargon is, and will always be one of the greatest kings that Dwargon has ever known. He holds a council with his sister and his cousin.
Flygon is
sister-
one of them, right?
And my characters are references to my own favorite video game, World of Warcraft.
I've never played that, to be fully honest, but it looks fun.
The King of Dwargon is basically a Bronzebeard. The sister is basically a Dark Iron, and Wildhammer is the cousin. So all the dwarven God damn it. Sorry for my cursing, but I hate it when I have to stutter like this.
Oh, don't worry, it's fine.
Especially when I'm trying to do a video, you know?
Yeah, don't
But,
worry, it's fine. We all make mistakes, dude. It's cool. Don't worry, it's chill.
Right. Back on track. So they held a council of the three hammers every now and again, and they're starting to talk about how to get rid of Rifko's new troubles. You know, how they're troubling the world. They got to get rid of Rifko, or at least put someone who they can trust in charge.
Which Novum is. I sound like a complete psychopath, but Novum is basically the person closest to it, or the father, one or the other.
Aye, laddie, that be true.
His father or Novum, one or the other, basically depending on which one, because Novum's father and him have two different. Novum's goals are to make everyone happy, but also to keep balance. While Novum's father is more based around balance, but also helping out others. But his is more based around fixing everything, or Novum is leave it behind, but then fix it up later on, kind of situation.
Right.
The difference in urgency, but both same goal.
Pretty much. And the last one I have not completely implemented into the lore just yet. the Golem of the First Builders. This golem was basically made by the ancestors of those who live on the surface instead of the nether. He was part of a very advanced set of golems. So much so that Rifko's golems look absolutely obsolete by far.
Nope, I don't think we even made Rifko Golem skins yet, which if I did, I probably would make them look like
No, I'm
iron
talking about
golems.
I'm talking about the other, those golems that are like in the nether and there's only one surviving left.
Oh, those, yeah.
Yeah.
Also,
This type
there was a wither attack. I think at one point in the server, but that was never talked about because I kind of cut that part out of this the story of it. So
I
there
see.
was a story. I want to throw in like a wither hole where there's a wither blast, and it's with like where a wither crater would have been or something.
Yeah.
But I canceled that idea because one, I didn't want to do too much damage, and two, it would have been like, oh, cool, there's a giant crater here. What caused that? And a wither caused it. No, my idea was I wanted to do something like that, but then I would have had to put the soul sand crater and create a whole new location. And also, wait, didn't the King of Dorgon have like a reference in the near the village faction, the Obsidian Castle?
Oh yeah. The Obsidian Castle was taken from the Nether to the Overworld, and well, let's just say that the the King of Dwargon's father was going to give that to the current king.
Can you explain? Can you tell
That's
me?
a
Can you tell me the reaction a father had when he saw the giant crater where the castle once stood?
Oh, he was horrified at first. He didn't know what happened to it, and he feared that he may never see it again.
God.
But But when he got to the surface and Novum showed him around, oh, he was livid.
The father's like, my son, I had a castle, but it disappeared. And then Novum's like, oh yeah, so Rivko brought this castle in. Those sons of a bitches.
Exactly. And I believe those sons of bitches were his exact words.
God, I just love that. Also, there is, you know what? I'm not gonna show any pictures. The only leak you're getting is this tiny half snippet of this one picture. That's it. That's the only leak you're getting. This half snippet of a picture. You're not getting any more. Also, that bottom one, but those are the only two you're getting. They're not full pictures. You're not getting any more. You have to watch the stream to it and watch them to figure out the story. But at the very end, the whole reason I'm making this video isn't to be educational. It's supposed to be that each character has a story to them. Like,
But the stories don't exactly go anywhere.
because you only seeing it from that character's perspective, and that's
Exactly.
it. So the story, so Novum's interaction, Novum has basically three types of friendship levels, which is acquaintance, friends, and good friends. Novum is good friends with the King of Dwargon, obviously the Druid, because drugs, obviously, and Deadpool, because though he hates being good friends with Deadpool,
Oh,
Dead-
that I
Deadpool
remember
Deadpool
things.
is trusted by Novum because Deadpool does know how to break the fourth wall without getting any consequences.
Right.
Also,
I forgot to
Deadpool is like
mention-
Novum in that one way where he wants to stop the madness, but for their own selfish reasonings.
But yeah, I forgot to mention.
And King of Dwargon. And the King of Dwargon. Did I say
Yeah.
that one already?
Yes, I think so.
Um,
But can I?
Sure.
I forgot a few things about the Necromancer faction.
Okay.
Mr. Pettybones was, well, used to be a normal mage until he started delving into forbidden texts, and that's what gained a bit of concern from Riftco. So they decided to banish not just him, but any other mages that were in the faction in Nova. God,
Rivko.
Rivko. Thank you. In Rivko's
You had a brain fart or something?
care.
You had a brain fart?
Yeah, care. And so they were banished, and they decided to build a new tower far away. And they had to deal with some territorial disputes with a certain druid.
With a certain air quote druid.
Yes, and that druid, when not, high as all get out,
Yeah.
he is a savage brute.
He's cracked out of his goddamn mind.
Right. He needs to be. He needs that weed to keep him calm.
No, it's like
he'll go on a massacre.
Can I make a reference to this?
You may.
In Rick and Morty, new episode, there's a character called Mr. Hunt Me Down, where you have to hunt him down, otherwise he kills everyone around him.
Wow.
So basically, he's like Mr. Hunt Me Down. You either do something to stop him from doing it, or he does it to you.
Right.
He's like a Fortnite kid. If you let him live the entire match, he's gonna come back and shoot you with a Glock in the back of the head.
Right.
No, but so basically, Novum's friend means it's not a good friend. Well, basically, there's good friends, which there's only one of those. And his father is on the good friends list because he doesn't know much. He's still kind of figuring out what his father did and so on. So it's kind of skeptical because you don't know, because in lore, no one knows what the End Gate or the End Void or whatever you get the name, the End/the Void Lock does to a person, because it can distort your memories, distort your mind, it can alter your perception of reality and physically alter you. So Novum is still kind of iffy on, do I trust him? Do I not? I'll just go with it.
Right.
Then there is Novum's enemies at the end, which I'll explain that at the very end of them.
Yes, but I do believe that is the last of the characters that I can think of at the moment.
Then you have Novum's enemies. 2 of them. Boss H and the Scientist. Also, the Grunts are like acquaintance. Oh yeah, the acquaintances. Mr. Pettybones is an acquaintance, basically. Novum doesn't trust him fully, but he doesn't hate him. It's more of this guy's kind of weird, but I'll just deal with it. I'll just deal with this whole situation and move on. While the Grunts are kind of the same thing. Some are super nice and will be friendly. In other words, they're like, give me the papers, let me die in peace.
Right.
And then the enemies, he has one main enemy. President H.
Cool.
President H, we haven't showed him yet, is the owner of Rivko. The man who survived the first wave of changes. Or first wave means he has been there since the first day of the server, since the first and second map. So he is the owner with Novum's father, but he is the opposite side. He's like, give the Dr. Jekyll, Dr. Hyde. He is the Dr.
2 sides of the same coin.
Novum's father is the good side, the polite side, the helping, while President H is the opposite, corrupted by greed and wanting to fix everything, but using greed as a motive.
A plot twist. It's kind of a generic one, but it's definitely a pop twist.
It's not Novum's father cannot go evil. That's the only rule, is Novum's father cannot go evil, because Novum's father is a yin-yang kind of situation.
Don't worry. It's not going to be like that.
Oh, thank God. So, basically, the only thing you should know is he only wears glasses. He wears sunglasses and a suit. His ego is massive, and he has no limitation on what he can and cannot do in a physical reality, kind of like Deadpool.
Mm-hmm.
Though he cannot be killed, he can be imprisoned in a prison that created of Blackstone.
Mm-hmm.
mention that clue. Prison of Blackstone and Pure Energy Crystals. That's
And
the clue.
I think that's all the time we got.
And I think that's it. At the very end, this video is meant for explaining backstories and all of that. It's a bit
Those
more
are
of a
who
cluage
love
to
the
the story.
lore.
It's a bit more lore, and this could be a series, a Rifko lore series, 1 out of 3, because there's gonna be more coming out. There's gonna be one about Wolf's backstory. There's gonna be one about where Greg comes in, because I don't know, maybe he wants to hop in or not. I don't know. I don't care. But and then there's one with Shadow, which Shadows is will be one of the important ones due to the fact that he has appeared from a shack from a different universe. Not based off a Minecraft universe like the End or Nether, but from a completely different parallel world. Which is completely different than Rifko. So, at the very end, the whole story of Rifko is much more deeper. Yes, the series is a joke series upon, like, Back to the Future and many other, that kind of crap. But at the same time, it's its own separate story, and it's something I'm very happy to took off in popularity a little bit. If you like the series, like and sub, it helps the channel grow. We're hoping to get the channel bigger. Now, I don't care if my channel gets big very quickly or very slowly. My whole goal on YouTube is to make everyone happy. Or happy in some way or form. Something.
And for those of you who would wish to join,
I will link the server. I'm gonna link one server called I'm gonna link the server called Rifko Live Podcast in the comments. Join that server and tell me why you want to join. And Greg, the man, Deathmaster right there, will basically see if you're worth it. And then at the very end, if you are, you can join. I don't mind. We just don't want to deal with another problem that happened last week. Oh God, remember last week?
I think I blocked out that part.
No, it was a one. Okay, so last week, I'm gonna explain why we're doing this whole 2-server thing, though. Last week, I invited someone, and we didn't change the server to invite by admin only. And, let's just say we had a big, massive 2-hour shitpost going on.
It was still fun, though.
It was fun, and then Greg started getting mad and started banning everyone that wasn't part of the series. So yeah, we don't want to deal with that problem again because I don't want to make Greg mad. The server he made isn't meant for shitposting, it's meant for fun and all that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like making servers a big shitpost thing. I'd rather make a server fun than make it full of memey shitlords. But the whole point is, if you are that way, you can do that on the Rifko podcast server. At that point, that is just a server meant for fun.
Very much so.
Shitpost there. I don't mind at all. So I'm getting the video here because I think we talked for way too much. Let me see. 38 minutes.
It's not bad.
Hey, I mean, that's a good distance for time. And if you enjoyed the series, if you enjoyed the Rifko series or anything about that, go and give it a good old like. It helps the algorithm show that that you have seen it, and it definitely helps out the channel grow. At the very end, the whole... Wait, you're saying something? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm doing my outro.
Okay, go.
And as Alistair from Hasbin Hotel would say, stay tuned.
I feel like at the very end, the next... So basically, yeah. Oh, my head hurts.
They have been working on a new episode for a while, so I figured I as well use that while I can.
Yeah, so the thing is, I'm going to explain, and before anyone asks, before anyone asks, like, why the hell is this live stream taking so long to do? This one is taking a lot longer because we have a lot more map changes for the next episode to give it a bit more pizzazz, because I noticed that last stream didn't have as many updates with it.
Right.
Which made it kind of dull in updates, and it made you have to improvise a lot, and I don't want to do that. I want to make an exploration.
Okay, if the last one was dull, you just challenged me, sir.
No, I'm not saying the last one was dull. I'm saying that there wasn't many map updates. So we had to kind of improvise on everything, which burns out the aspect of fun of it. Because when you improvise a lot of dumb crap that isn't there, it just makes it harder to creatively think of something.
But still, challenge accepted.
Challenge accepted. God. Oh god. So, if you like the stream, if you like the series, if you like the channel, like and sub. Also, this is a shout out for my friend here, my friend William. Put like your YouTube name, say your YouTube name, put it in the chat, and then people can look it up and they can sub to your channel. The whole point is my channel is for fun. I don't do it for serious money. I work at a pretty good paying job. I don't really need YouTube as a red avenue. The whole point is I do YouTube for fun, and I enjoy it.
Yeah, it's not about the money. It's about making others smile, in my opinion.
Oh,
I'm like Pink Pie in that respect.
At the very end, if you do enjoy all these kind of like, I guess you can count these as somewhat shitpost kind of live streams because we kind of improvise everything and we don't really think of what's going to happen next. But hey, that's how YouTube is, right?
Mm-hmm.
And before anyone asks, why don't I get many views on my videos? I have 3 simple rules for my channel. I don't want to put a clickbait thumbnail. I don't want to put a clickbait title. And I don't want to make something out to be what it really isn't. It's more of the fact that I don't want to be that one guy that makes shitty live streams but calls them Epic Adventure, Rifco Live, Epic Adventure or something. No. It's Rifco. It's just Rifco Live. There is nothing else. It's just a bunch of friends improvising, doing an improv roleplay live on YouTube, having a good time on a map that we work hard together to make look nice. There is, and I don't want to shitpost or I don't want to fill it with clickbait because then it would ruin the reputation of the name. And yes, I know that it doesn't get me views or clicks, but do I care about the clicks? No. I just want to know that I'm doing something. I want to know I'm helping people. It's more of an emotional outlet to helping others. And there'll be a whole video explaining why my channel exists later on, but I don't do videos as much. I mainly stick to live streaming because it's more fun, and when you record a video, it's more of planned, and it removes the fun and randomness out of all of it. To be fully honest. So, that's why I don't do videos as often anymore. Hopefully that makes sense.
Also, if you'd like me to do a random, do a build for you on any of your servers, make sure you message me on Discord. I actually decided to help to build things for other people instead of just my servers I'm on. So if you want an epic build, like underground build or something, like Dwargon, yeah, you'll have to be patient with me.
It took him 2 days to build Dwargon. 2 IRL days to build that shit.
I did do well with Dwargon, yes, but that was because it already had some pre-destroyed areas.
Just make a giant nuke in the ground and he'll do something with it.
Yeah, I'd suggest maybe a 3x3 pillar down to bedrock.
God, I love it how like just make a nuke going straight to bedrock and I will do something with it.
Mm-hmm.
This reminds me of that. Have you ever seen that? That poster is like bathed in my milk with like that lady that uses almond milk in a bathtub or something.
Right.
That's like you make a nuke in the ground and I will make a base out of it.
Yep.
God, I actually love how
that tower was actually built by me and a few others.
Anywho. Should we end the video here before this gets any longer?
Yeah.
God, we just started rambling. Also, there will be a Rifco Live podcast, which will be happening, doing Scriblio, with probably Deadpool. I don't know. Whichever character he chooses for that one, he can do.
Right.
But at the very end, we will probably have a few other characters. Maybe we'll have President H or something in there. Who knows? But at the very end, this is way too long. We wasted way too much time. But hey, it kind of shows that we do have personality other than the live stream. We do have actual ideas. We do work hard on the server. Also remember, Cracktown isn't just alone for the Covencraft series.
Right.
It's actually canonically canon in the Rifko story too. As before I add to the end of it, I do want to say that Cracktown, the Covencraft name town that almost everyone goes to, is actually canon. In a long time ago, around 4 years ago, there was a comic series called Warzonia Comics, which got canceled and then they got deleted and removed because of, I guess we just didn't want to remove it completely. But in that comic, Cracktown was known as a town where refugees could escape from the live corporate of the Rift Corporation. As Riftcore, known as not Riftco, but Riftcore Power Operations, which is the name of the full company in the comic, basically caused a lot of enemies, so all the enemies made a town called Cracktown, where most of them are drug dealers or something. I don't remember fully what the whole backstory is, but the whole backstory was the town was made by people wanting to rebel and live a life without the power of the chaotic energy that they were making. And there was a Nova and Novum in that story. So hopefully that makes sense to everyone at the very end.
Yep.
But this Cracktown will be run by a different ruler.
And I don't. We're gonna be streaming on that though, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. But the storyline timing for that stream will be 4 or 3 months later, not the usual 1 month wait. It'll be 3 to 4 month wait instead, because there'll be so many bills. I feel like it'll be easier to say it was a longer wait time for that one rather than, or wait time meaning the stream time, as it'll be probably next week, to be fully honest.
Right.
But the whole difference is the server would be 3 months into the future instead of the 1 month usual.
Well, I think I do want to try Covencraft Season 2 today. You think you...
I can ask external, and you can hop on. But at the very end, if you like the streams, if you like all that, you know what to do. I'm in the video here. Have a wonderful night. Enjoy the Rifko series. It takes a lot of work to do and is very fun to do. And if you don't like and sub, I'll break your kneecaps. Both of them. Try. God.
Joking, guys.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
Unless
you're friends from my high school, then you better subscribe.
all right. Enough of scaring the viewers.
I'm not gonna. My thing is, if you're my friend from high school, I will say hello, and if you don't subscribe and you're a friend from high school, I will break your kneecaps. But you're both my friend, nevertheless. I promise I won't go.
Don't scare the viewers.
I won't go heretical. I swear. God.
Yeah, don't scare the neighbors or the viewers, because
what
they may
neighbors?
run.
I live in Florida.
Then they'll probably run for the Escalades.
I have God. You know, I'm in this here before anything else happens. Peace, everyone.
Yeah. All right. On 3.
1, 2.
2.
Your kneecaps are gone.